Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Monster Hunter Rise on the Nintendo Switch. And that's the fact that the official Monster Hunter Rise Japanese Twitter page went ahead and revealed that there's going to be a brand new Twitter project starting later this week, featuring Monster Hunter developer background staff delivering us recommended spots in each field, following screenshots and even brand new comments from the developers themselves. Then they ask what kind of recommended spots would appear in your very own map, and please to look forward to it. So this one is a little bit vague, but what I'm actually taking away from this, and perhaps I could be wrong, we'll find out soon enough, is the fact that the developers are essentially going to be putting up screenshots from different locations in each one of the maps according to Monster Hunter Rise, and essentially talk about perhaps hidden secrets, hidden areas that they find to be their favorites, and providing us with a little bit of commentary as to why that may be. Remember that all of the maps certainly have little nooks and crannies and spots that you can certainly find hidden stuff, especially mostly following the Lost Blades somewhat side quest that you can actually follow entirely into the game, or you're just trying to find those lost swords and they give you a little bit of lore as to locations and places about not just Monster Hunter Rise itself, but monsters and the areas themselves. So I presume this is most likely going to be a little bit about that, just showing off locations where maybe we can be able to find some of those lost swords if you haven't already found all of them already, and as to why the developers like those specific spots, or even just hidden secrets and information that we don't necessarily know about the development process of the game, which is something that I always find extremely fascinating. But yeah, we should start seeing these appear later into the week, heading into next week. So hopefully we have some new information start to trickle out when it comes to the developers, because obviously with all the news and information that we've been getting with Monster Hunter Stories 2, when it comes to Monster Hunter Rise, everything kind of been put into the backseat. And now that that game, Stories 2, kind of has been like fully fleshed out, and a lot of content is just going to be just DLC stuff. Hopefully going forward we can kind of backtrack into Monster Hunter Rise becoming now the featured and favored game, because it seems like Capcom just wants to be talking about one Monster Hunter game at a time. Remember that back in Monster Hunter World and even Iceborne, they weren't willing to even acknowledge the fact that there was a Switch version of Monster Hunter at all being developed. And it took all the way until all the DLC for Monster Hunter Iceborne was to be released for them to even acknowledge the existence of Monster Hunter Rise. And even then, it took a little bit for them to start talking about Monster Hunter Stories 2. So it very much became one of those things where they just like to focus about one game at a time. And now that Stories 2 is kind of had its time and to shine or whatever it is, and even sales have been whatever they are, we can start to backtrack into Rise, make it the big focal point again, heading into probably the holidays and early next year, which of course we expect that big G-Rank update, which should be substantial for sure. And that's actually something that I'm working on a video heading into probably later into next week, where I want to talk about the things that we know about that already and heading into what we can actually expect. But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys found it informational, and hopefully I'll cover all the updates that we get if there's anything worthwhile actually reporting. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!